You can do them on the ball. You can, and people at home, are we on? Yeah, people at home, if you don't have a ball, no worries, you don't have to do these on the ball. So it's really your choice. But let's start with our feet hip width. Look down at the toes. Make sure all 10 of them are facing forward. Find your hip bones. And that's how we'll know that our feet are right under our hips. And then we'll bring our arms down by our side. Just let everything relax. Soften your knees. Draw your abs in and up. Maybe lift up to the pelvic floor, which for me, my glutes kind of zip up. And from here, we'll take it in nose. And then exhale through the mouth. And one more time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And on the next one, we'll roll down. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Scoop up through the belly. And start to roll into yourself. Opening the vertebra. Letting the fingertips touch the mat. Head is heavy. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, and we roll it back up. The arms are heavy, the neck, head's heavy. The shoulders stay down away from ears. Head goes up at the last minute. We'll do that again. And roll it down. Stay at the bottom. This time we'll bend the knees even more. Place the palms on the mat. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, straighten the legs as much as feels comfortable. We're still not warmed up. Inhale and bend. Exhale and straighten. Inhale and bend. Exhale and straighten. Inhale, bend. This time we'll exhale and round up. Press the shoulders down away from the ears. Letting the head go up. And we'll place the hands on the shoulders for our shoulder circles. Inhale up and exhale back. And then we'll go again. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And we'll go the other way. Bring those elbows together. And that will give you some space in the shoulder blades. And let's do 1 more. And bring the arms down by your side. Let's do a lateral stretch. Bring your feet a little bit wider. We'll reach one arm up. Inhale. And then reach it over as if you're sliding down a wall. And try not to rotate forward. And then bring it back up. Let's go the other way. And back. Let's go one more time each side. And let's do this side. Bring it back. Let's do our hip circles. Hands on hips. Come a little wider. Press them forward on the inhale. Exhale. Reach your neck. One full breath per circle. It's good to breathe through every movement. Come on, Larry. Push those hips forward because this is for the front of the hips. We're opening the front of the hips. This is how we get some hip mobility. Let's go the other way. And come back where we started. Let's do a torso circle. So hugging a big tree. So this is a small movement. Reach over to the side, lift up and out of the waist, over the other. Now we have a slight bend in the knees here as we round forward. So keep that softness in the knees. Nice small movement here. the other way. So we like to inhale as we extend out. Exhale as we bend forward. Inhale. So that the breath is helping the movement. Let's do one more. This is nice. And then on this last one, we'll just hang the arms forward. Inhale here. Exhale around. Up. Ready. Get started. We'll come to the front of the mat. We will stack our forearms. We will place one foot behind the other, growing tall, reaching up through the crown of the head, and we lower down. With control, keep your ball nearby. Actually, let's grab the ball right off the bat. Grab your ball. Sit up nice and tall on the sit bones, reaching again through the crown of the head. Knees are bent. So when the knees are bent, you're able to sit up even taller than when your legs are straight, because you can really straighten out your pelvis. We don't want it around you. We don't want it tucked under. Sitting up nice and tall, grab your ball, place it out in front of you. If you don't have a ball, no worries, just reach your arms out in front. We're going to inhale, abs are in. On the exhale, now we start to round the low back. Pelvis tucks a little bit. We come down maybe about halfway. Stop there. And you're looking down toward your knees. So you've already started to scoop the belly. Everybody's got a nice C curve here. I love it. So I have my chin tucked just a little toward my chest. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, we're going to come back up. So I keep my chin to my chest because the crown of my head is reaching for my knees. It's leading me forward. When my shoulders are over my hips, I stack the spine. And we sit up tall again. Now I'm going to add the ball. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway down. C curve. Now, ball comes up overhead. Or arms reach up overhead. No ball. Abs are in. Keep tucking the pelvis. Bring the ball back down. Lead with the crown of the head toward the knees. And at the last moment, stack the spine, sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Round down. Halfway. Hold it here. Ball in the right hand this time. Both arms come out. Not very far. You can still see them. Like hugging a big tree. So they don't come all the way out to the side. And then bring it back in and switch the ball to the left. And bring them out. Still hugging that tree. Pressing belly button into spine. And back in. Crown of the head leads. We come up. And we sit up tall. We take a breath. Fall down. We're going to keep going with no ball. And we're going to do the bow and arrow one where we rotate. I'm going to go that way first, but what we're going to do is as we come down, the one hand is going to reach back and reach back. All right, so I'll cue you for this. Sit up tall, inhale, exhale. We start to round down. Now, as we come down, we start to rotate from the waist, and one arm reaches back. And then we sweep the arm up. Inhale, and on the exhale, we sweep it back down. And we bring it back up. Inhale. Let's do that one more time each side. Exhale down. So just starting to add that rotation to the thoracic spine. And one more time. And bring it back up. Inhale. Exhale, straight down this time, halfway down. This time, we're going to lift the right leg. Keep pressing belly button into spine and lower. Press belly button in, lift the left leg. And lower. One more time, right. Lower, left. Stay here. Inhale. We're going all the way down. Keep lowering. One vertebra at a time. Keep chin to chest. Yes. Nice, Kristen. Beautiful. Leading down to the backs of the ribs. The shoulders come down, the neck, the head, the arms are to the ceiling. Now I still have a slight bend in my knees and my heels are digging in. We're going to do roll up. Inhale, let the arms go back. And melt the breastbone down. Exhale, arms to ceiling, chin to chest. And we start to round up. See if you can keep the arms right next to the ears. Reaching crown of the head toward the knees. When the shoulders are over the hips, we stop there. We stack the spine. We sit up tall. Let's do one more like that. Inhale first. Exhale, round down. So using the breath here. Head comes down. Inhale, arms go back. Nice Larry. Exhale, arms to the ceiling. Chin to chest. Round it up. Beautiful. Again, crown ahead, reaching for the knees. Reaching for the knees. Stack the spine. Sit up tall. Let's keep progressing here. Let's bring the hands behind the head. So this is prepping for neck pull. The pull of the neck, meaning we have the hands behind the head and we're kind of lifting the head right out of the neck. So the neck is not taking any of the tension here. We're on here. Abs are in. We're going to lean back with a straight back. We don't go back very far, just a couple inches. Hold there. This is a tough position to be in. Reach the arms overhead. Now we tuck the tailbone around the spine and one vertebra at a time. We roll it down. Inhale, let the arms go back. We're going to change it a little here. Exhale, arms to ceiling, chin to chest. Now we start to roll up. Now find that spot. Go just beyond that sticky point. You can continue to make it up. Stop there. It's maybe 3/4 of the way up. Then place the hands behind the head and keep rolling forward. Crown of the head is leading. Again, keep that C curve. Elbows come down toward knees. Stack the spine. I'm going to do one more just like that. Abs are in. Nice inhale. Lean back with a straight back. The neck pull. Reach the arms up overhead. Now we tuck tail, round, spine, low back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, head, arms back. Last time. Inhale, back, exhale, arms to ceiling, chin to chest. When we get halfway up, place the hands behind the head. And the rest of the way up. Stack the spine, sit up tall. Take a breath. Bring the arms down, and then let's just come all the way down. We're going to do a reverse curl. And we're going to do a reverse curl and then work on a rollover prep. So if you're good at rollover, you've done rollover and you don't need the ball under your sacrum, don't use it. If you do, I'll tell you when to use it. For the reverse curl, we're going to do it with knees bent. So let's bring the right leg to tabletop and the left leg to tabletop. And then we'll cross the ankles. Arms are long on the sides. We're pressing down through the shoulders. We're going to bring so here's what it's going to look like. We inhale first. On the exhale, we bring the knees toward the nose. And then we press down into the triceps and arms and lift the hips off the mat and bring it back down. So that's the whole thing. So really important that the first thing you do is bring the knees toward the nose before you press and lift up. So inhale to start. Exhale, knees come forward, press up. And the exhale is when you're pressing up. Come back down. Inhale, knees come forward, exhale up. And see how far you can come up. Inhale first. Knees come forward, press up. Back one more time. Inhale. Press up. Nicely done. So if that felt pretty good, and it looks like just about everybody can get those hips way up off the net, you probably don't need the ball for the next one. So let me just show you. Don't do it yet, but just glance over here, because once we do this rollover prep, I don't want your neck looking turning. I want you looking up at the ceiling. But very similar. Inhale, exhale, knees come forward. We're just bringing them to here this time. So I'm pressing these guys, my shoulders, down into the mat, just as far as I'm going. And then I'm going to use my arms to help me come back down. So if you were having challenges with the hips coming up over, then this is where the ball would go right here. And same idea. It helps you come up and over. So let's get ready for that one. We'll do about 3 or 4 of them. Legs in tabletop, cross the ankles. And for those who want to take it to the next level, of course, you can have straight legs to the ceiling. So if you don't want to do it this way, you want to move it up one level, legs can be to the ceiling. But I'm gonna show it with the crossed ankles. Inhale here. And then we bring the knees forward. Exhale, press the hips up, over, looking straight up to the ceiling, and then slowly roll it back down one vertebra at a time. Really think about each vertebra coming down onto the back. We're still warming up the spine, articulating the spine until you're back in tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, knees come forward, press it up. And then one vertebra at a time. Bring it back down. So if that felt fun, you want to try it with the straight legs. Inhale. Exhale, bring the toes forward, press it up. Still looking straight up to the ceiling. And roll it down. And one last time. Inhale first. Exhale, toes come forward. Press it up. And over this side, flex the feet. And reach the heels behind you. Like they're trying to fight against you rolling down. They're saying, no, 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 I don't want to go. And you keep rolling down. But you've got that oppositional pull happening until your legs are back at 90, on the toes, then bend the knees, bring them into the chest, and give a little rock. All right, we are going to next do some frog legs and a few others, some scissors and some bicycles. Now, I don't know if anyone saw my post. I did it on Instagram with the ball underneath my sacrum. This is going to add an element, obviously, yes, pretty obvious, of instability to doing a frog leg. So I'm going to give you a couple choices here, particularly people at home if you don't have a ball. So if the ball is, if you're using the ball, it's under the sacrum, and we're going to do some frogs. Arms are long on the sides. If you really want to be crazy, you can lift the arm part of the way up. You can lift the arm all the way up. This makes it wobble city and really fun. So that's that. If you don't want to use the ball, you're going to place fingertips behind the head, head up. This is going to keep the low back protected on the mat, and we will do everything just as we would without the ball. So choose. Larry, go with me without a ball, honey. Let's not use a ball. If you don't use the ball, you're going to have, I think, more abs on fire than with the ball, because the ball is really going to work more on the lumbopelvic stability than it is on the abs on fire. So anyway, I'm going to go without the ball, and I'm going to place my fingertips behind the head up. I'm going to bring my legs to tabletop. So everybody, wherever you are, place your legs in tabletop. Let's flex the feet, heels together, and knees out to the side. So frog leg number 1. Here's where we start. We inhale, we press it out. We exhale, we resist it in. Inhale, we bring it out. Exhale, we bring it in. In, out. Exhale, in, inhale, out. Exhale, point the toes, toes together this time. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, bring it out. Yes, great. Exhale, bring it in. 2 more. Inhale, bring it out. Exhale, bring it in. Nice and slow. Inhale, bring it out. Nice. Exhale, bring it in. Hold it here. Frog leg number 2. So let's see. Toes together, knees are still out. This time, let's do this. Let's extend out to the side with points. Pointed toes. Flex the feet. Heels come together. And then point. So we extend. We flex the feet. We bring the heels in. And point. extend, and flex. Heels in, point the toes. Reach it out, and flex. Heels in, and point, and out, and flex. Heels together, and point. Bring the knees in, back to tabletop. Not done yet. So this is kind of like a scissor. The left leg goes to the ceiling, the right leg goes straight out. So we start in tabletop and we come back to tabletop like this. We inhale, we reach one leg up, one leg out, and tabletop. And then we switch and in. Now, if you're doing my version here, bring the torso just a little higher. Get up, front of the head up a little higher, and reach. In. But let the head rest in the hands. In. And reach. And in. And reach. And in. The last one on this side. Last one on this side. And then just bring the head down, take a break. Bring the arms down. We're going to bring the feet down. So the next one is bicycles. So the legs are going to go in a bicycle motion. And then we'll reverse the motion. Take a breath. Take your position, either arms long with the ball under sacrum, or fingertips behind the head, head and shoulders lift, right leg tabletop, left leg tabletop. Now we're going to bring the right knee into the chest and the left leg extends like we're going to do single leg stretch. So for the bicycle, the right leg extends to ceiling as the left knee comes in. And then you just keep the bicycle moving. Again, reach the crown of the head tall, lift it even higher. Shh. And go. And 5, 6, 7. We'll only do 8. 8. Let's go the other way. Reverse the bicycle. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it in. And we're done with those. Remove the ball. Hands to the chest. Rock, what did you think of those? All right. Fun little challenge there.
It actually opened my hip too when we were on the ball. And it was
Good.
that was great.
All right, so we are going to do a few obliques before we move from face-up position. So let's knees bent, arms long on sides. Let's bring the arms to the ceiling. Do a little lateral movement here. We'll inhale, let the arms go back. Exhale, chin to chest, arms come to ceiling. So now arms are going to come to hip level. And we're lifted, the shoulder blades are off the mat, but not very far. We're looking straight through our thighs, and we're going to do a lateral movement. So my right fingertips are going to reach for my right ankle. I'm going to tap the ankle and then go the other way. And left. And right. And left. And right. And left. So just breathe through these. Right. Left. Last one, right, last one, left, place fingertips behind the head, bring the right knee into chest, left leg to 45, we're ready for crisscross, bring the left elbow to the ceiling, look down at the bottom elbow, hold it there, and then switch over to the other side, reach the elbow, up to the ceiling, look down at the bottom elbow, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. And one more slow on each side and switch. And here we go. We speed it up. We go for 10 and switch. And 9, and 8. reach those toes. And 6, elbow reaching for the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, okay, knees in, head down, rock head, breath. Bring the arms down long on the side. And bring them a little wider. And I'm going to bring both knees all the way over to one side. And I'm going to leave my opposite shoulder on the mat. This is a nice rotational stretch. If the opposite shoulder is lifting up, just come out of that twist just a little bit to try to keep that opposite shoulder down and look over that shoulder. Nice breaths here. And then we'll bring the legs up to the ceiling. And we'll tilt all the way over to the other side. Looking over the opposite shoulder. Again, if that shoulder wants to lift off the mat, just come out of that twist just a tiny bit. And then settle into this nice stretch. And up to center. And just hug the knees into the chest, give them a sternum. And then when you're ready, press the hands behind the thighs and rock up to sitting. And we're going to try to do the little thing that Amber was demonstrating in the thumbnail today. So this is a lot on the shoulders, and I'm going to progress everybody. So if you get to a point where you're like, this is too much for my shoulder, then don't do it. But I'll progress through all the different iterations. You can also try it from your forearms if you prefer, or if you find that we get so far and then you go that far. No. Anyway, here's how it's going to start. Knees are bent. We're going to place the hands behind the hips. Now, this is up to you whether you want the fingertips facing the hips or maybe they're out to the side. I like them out a little bit because it brings my shoulder blades together more and I rotate more through my shoulders this way than forward. So that feels better to me. From here, we're going to lift our hips up into a reverse tabletop. So really important that you're pressing those shoulder blades together. And then I'm going to look down at my knees. So it's okay to look forward. So most important thing is hips are high. Hips are high. Yep. And shoulder blades are pressing together because that's our shoulder girdle holding us up here. And then we're going to lower down. Just skim the mat and go back up. And shoulder blades come together. So just do a couple of these and lower down. This is really great for strengthening the shoulders. Press those hips up, squeeze the glutes, and lower. We don't do this movement much. And up. Okay, next one we're going to stay up. So lower down. Hips up. Now this time, look straight ahead. Look at your knees. We're going to lift the right leg. Just extend it. It doesn't have to go. It's not about how high it goes. It's just about the what's it about? The balance. There we go. There's the word. And bring it back down. Keep the hips up, left leg. Right glutes working. And down. And now we lower the hips down again. We'll try that again. We come back up. Hips high. Press shoulder blades together. Left leg lifts. Down. Right leg lifts. Down. And we come down, take a break, roll the shoulders back. So the next iteration is the arms we're going to lift. So one arm is going to come up, other arm is going to come up. And then you know the next one. One arm, one leg. Right. So that's where it really gets tricky. All right, so again, give a couple rolls back here. And we'll get the hands in the right position. Bring those shoulder blades together. Press up. Maybe a little wider with the feet too, a little wider than hips. All right, I'm going to lift one arm up. Trying to keep the hips up and lower back down. Other side. And you might find, as I do, that one side's easier than the other. And reach. This is very challenging. And reach. And again, if this feels not good on your shoulders, don't do it. Come on down. Okay, final challenge here. We'll do arm up, leg up, down. Arm up, leg up, down. Or not, right? Listen to your body. Don't want to do it? Doesn't feel right, don't do it. Shoulder blades together. Here we go. Abs are in. Glutes engaged. We press up. Lift the right arm, left leg, and bring them down. Maybe just for a second, we go up. Arm, leg, and down. If you want to try it again, go ahead or not. Arm, leg, woo, and down. Arm, leg, and down. And bring it back down. Roll shoulders, roll wrists. And that one is very challenging, right? Just bring the one arm forward. Make sure the shoulder stays back and just kind of stretch through that shoulder. And same on the other side. Roll them back, and we're going to go on to all fours. Do some bird dog and such. Keep the ball nearby. We'll do a hover with the ball between the knees. Keep that nearby. So in the all fours, we spread the fingertips nice and wide. We're looking straight down between our fingers. Knees are under hips. Abs are in. And the hip bones are facing down toward the top of the mat, meaning find the hip bones, if they have headlights on them, they'd be shining down on the mat, and that's where we want them to stay. Reach the right arm out, slide it out, slide the left leg back. So it's the leg, when you slide it back, that hip wants to open like that, but don't let it open. Keep it nice and square. From here, we lift the arm and the leg, reach them long, and tap. Find your balance, abs are in, reach it out, and tap. Reach, and tap, reach. Next one, hold it up, hold, find your balance. Hips are square. How can you tell if your hips are square? Flex that lifted leg, and the toes should be pointing down at the mat. If they're pointing out to the side, you've rotated the hip. From here, point that toe again. Let's bring the arm and the leg to the diagonal. 3 or 4 inches to the side is all. The left arm, the elbow is soft. Don't lock it out. You're looking straight down at the mat. Bring it back to bird dog. Tap it down, slide it in. Let's try that on the other side. Give that left wrist a roll. Slide the left arm out and the right leg back. Lift them up. Flex that foot. Make sure that hip is nice and square. Point the toe. And now we lower. Reach it out. And lower. So every time we lift, we're really thinking about the length, not the height. Lower. And reach. Lower. And reach. You're going to hold the next one up. Hold it here. Find your balance. Abs are in. Hips are square. Arm and leg out to diagonal. Glutes are working here. Breathe back in. down, slide it in. Take a breath. Right arm slides out, left leg. Lift up. This time, elbow is going to come to knee, and we can round the spine. Get a little spinal rounding, and then reach it up. In, reach, in, reach, in, reach, in, reach. 2 more. And last 1. And hold. Tap them down. Slide them in. Left arm out. Right leg out. Lift them up. Here we go. Elbow to knee. For 8. And 7. 6. 5. 4. 1. Tap them down, slide them in, grab the ball, and place it between the knees. Tuck the toes. And wrists right under shoulders. Nice breath. Abs draw in and up. Squeeze the ball with the knees and lift 1 inch off the mat. Elbows are soft. Don't walk them out. Hold for 5. Squeeze the ball. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lower. Breath. The next time we come up, we're going to squeeze it in pulses. We'll do like 8, 7, 6.
Should we be like in a C? Or are we
No.
just flat back?
Yeah, flat back, neutral spine. Thank you. That's a good question. So yeah, so we're not rounded here. We're neutral. The head, the top of the head is in line with the tip of the tailbone. And let's lift up. And let's squeeze for 8. Squeeze 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Do another set. 2, 1. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Remove the ball. Stay with the toes tucked. Sit back on the heels. Stretch the feet. Roll the wrists. All right. Here, we will go all the way down, face down, and do our swan. Keep the ball nearby. I like to use the ball for the breaststroke. We're going to swim that. You don't need the ball, people at home. If you want to use it, it goes under. But we'll get there. Let's start with our swan. Come all the way down. While there. So tip of the nose comes down to the mat. Legs are a little wider than hips, and hands can be outside the mat and forward of the ears. Whatever is comfortable for you to press up and have that nice feeling of a stretch through the front of the hip, not in the low back. All right, so let's draw the abs in. So the belly button comes off the mat, theoretically. It doesn't really, but we pretend that it does. Press pubic bone down into mat, and then we're going to bring the shoulder blades together right away. So lock the shoulder blades together, and then press up. Shoulders are down away from ears. Start to feel stretch in the front of the hips. If you're feeling it in the low back, maybe either come down to the forearms or bring the arms out farther away from you. Inhale here. Exhale. We'll come all the way back down. Hands drawn in and up. And we'll go up again. So again, the shoulder blades first come together and start to glide down toward your glutes, away from the ears. Once you get up here, think about what your shoulders are doing. They might be up here and you don't even know it. And so just kind of adjust them down and back. Let's look over the right shoulder, looking for the right ankle. Bring the chin to the chest. Draw a smile on your chest. Look over the left shoulder at your left ankle, and then straight ahead. Move the other way. Left shoulder. Chin to chest. Right shoulder. Straight ahead. Inhale here at the top. Exhale. Bring the arms out to a Y, diagonal arms. We're going to lift the torso off the mat. Let's keep the hands on the mat, but we lift the torso off the mat. We have support from the hands here. Now I'm pressing the tops of the feet down and my kneecaps are lifted off the mat. This is a little rotation for the spine. So what I'm going to do is drag my hand, slide my hand along the floor to my thigh, and then bring it back around. I'm going to do the other side. Slide it. Little rotation in the spine, bring it back. Again, other side. I find this exercise very difficult. And bring it back. Try it and maybe don't drag the arm, but maybe lift it. Maybe feels better, maybe not. If you really have a lot of mobility in the shoulder, high, almost like a circle. And last one on the left. And then lower it back down. Let's, if you like, place ball under sternum for our breaststroke, but not needed. If you don't have a ball, the arms will be goalposts. If you do, place it in a spot where when you let go, you're nice and supported. That feels good. And then you can bring the arms down onto the mat and the forehead down onto the mat. People without the ball, tip of the nose on the mat. Everybody, tops of feet are pressing down and kneecaps are lifted. All right, so we are going to lift the torso and the arms off the mat. Elbows come in nice and close. I'm looking down on the mat, so I have a nice long neck here. Reach the arms out. Sweep them back to the thighs and then lift the chest. Shoulder blades come together. Bend the elbows. And we'll go again. Reach them out. Sweep them back. Bend the elbows. Let's do 2 more. Reach them out. And sweep. Lift a little higher. And bend. Last time. And then lower down. Breath. And bring the arms out to a Y. We're going to do a little swimming. Again, option to have ball or no ball. Up to you. I'm going to leave it there. I like it, but you don't have to. So we're going to lift the torso up. And then let's lift both arms up and both legs up. Hold. So I'm really balancing here on the ball and my pubic bone. And then lower the arms and legs back down, taking them down. The next one will actually swim. So that we'll flutter the arms up and down and the legs. Here we go. So first, the torso lifts. Then we'll lift the arms. Then we'll lift the legs. And we will start to swim for 3 breaths. And 2. And 1. And lower down. And bring the hands in and take the ball out. Ah, yes. And we'll stack the hands. We'll do a little bit more with glutes here. Stack the hands, place the forehead on the hands. We'll do some heel beats. So again, abs draw in and up. The glutes are working here. We're going to lift both legs, straight legs. So don't bend the knees. Lift them both off the mat. And we're going to tap the heels together for a 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, 2. Hold them in. And another set. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold them in. And last set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them down. Place the hands under the shoulders and tuck the toes. We're going to start to press up into a cat-cow position. So round the back, wider knees and hips, tuck the tail, and then just hold it here before we go down into that child's pose. And really stretch out the low back. Then you can put the tops of the feet on the mat and bring the hips down toward the heels and eventually the forehead down on the mat. Walk the hands in toward the knees. Roll up to the spine. Just enough time for a few planks. Class without them. So come on over to all fours again. Oh, so many plank choices. So little time. All right. So here's what we'll do first, just to get kind of warmed up in planks. Spread fingertips wide. Making sure that our wrist creases are in line with the top of the mat. Let's step the right foot back and then the left foot back. Let's just find that nice plank, softness in the elbows. And I want to see everyone's plank. Now, in this plank position, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quads. That's going to take it off your shoulders. And forearm planks are welcome here as well. Good. All right, so here's what we'll do. We're going to do some knee taps. From here, alternate the right taps down and up. So every time that knee taps, the abs have to draw up and tap and up and tap and up, tap and up. Last alternating. Now let's bring them both down. They barely touch the mat. And up and down and up and down. Up and down. Hold them here. Now tap the right one out to the side and in and out. In, out, and in. Last one out and in. Now go wide with the legs, wide as the mat. I'm going to tap my left shoulder with my right hand. Tap and down, nice and slow. And tap and down. So we're not rushing these. And down and tap. So you really want to try to keep those hips square. Abs draw in. Tap and down. Tap. Nice work. Tap and down. Bring the knees down. Take a quick child's pose. Nice work on those. Like one more, which is sort of a mountain climber-ish type move and a balance move. So when you're ready, take a peek here. I'm going to demo it for you. Go wide with the legs again. So right hand to left knee, tap, tap. So it takes a couple of them to kind of find that balance point. The wrists come back right under the shoulders. Abs are in. Let's do one more each side and hold the plank. Hold it here. Bring the feet back into about shoulder width. Let's bring the hips up to the ceiling like a down dog. Heels are high though. Heels seem high. Look at your ankles. Bring the feet in a little closer, more like hip width. Now bring the tailbone up to the ceiling and then lower the heels down. Heels are pressing down, tailbones pressing up. One more time, lift those heels up. And lower them down. Tailbone presses up. Now, elephant walk. We have straight legs. We walk the feet toward the hands. Little, tiny, baby steps. So you cannot go any farther. And stop there. And the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Straight. Inhale. Exhale. Straight. Inhale. Bend. Now this time, try this. If you have nice warmed up hamstrings, place the hands behind the hands. Exhale. Bend. Exhale. We'll roll it up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, roll it up. Let's keep going with the arms. Inhale, reach them up overhead. Palms together. Reach out of the waist. Baby back bend. Exhale, bring them down by your sides. Face you guys. And do another one like that. Inhale, reach them up. Palms together. And one full breath. Up. Reach back. Hands will come to heart center on the exhale. Done for the day. Welcome to Thursday. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. All the things you could do today.
Thank you.
Good to have you guys. It's so funny. It seems like when you do like body, it's not as it is. Like, let's say heart, like heart.